Welcome to the Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. 2 weeks left in the regular season to make that final playoff push. Let's get you ready for some football. They haven't been able to take them down the past 4 times they've met, but Atascocita will give it a shot this Thursday as they try to defeat North Shore. We take a look at that game and more in the lineup presented by Xochitl Chips and Salsa. Atascocita has faced North Shore 4 times in the last 3 years, including twice last year, and lost them all. The Eagles are on fire right now, though. 6 wins in a row, and they've only given up 21 total points in those victories. Teams have had trouble penetrating their huge defensive line. On offense, Zion Brown has found a favorite deep target in Daryl Gill, while running back Torrey Blaylock keeps finding the end zone. North Shore has breezed through their schedule, with Atascocita being their last real test in the regular season. Quarterback Caleb Bailey has been hurt the last few games, so receiver David Amador has stepped in. They haven't missed a beat while becoming a more run-oriented team. It will come down to whose defense outplays the other one. A key turnover here or there could seal the fate of one of those district contenders. Another week and another huge matchup in 10-5A Division I. This time it's Manville hosting Fulshear, as both teams are in a 3-way tie with Angleton at 5-1 in district play. Manville took an early loss to Angleton and had the Houston area wondering if it was a down year for the Mavericks. Since then, they have been on a 5-game winning streak with huge wins over Foster and Magnolia West. Caden Smith at quarterback and Jalen O'Neal as defensive back have been stars on their respective sides of the ball. The Chargers will be Manville's last challenge in the regular season, but what a challenge they are. Fulshear has been an offensive juggernaut as they've averaged 53 points a game, including 2 games with over 70. Quarterback Parker Williams has been lighting up the air all season. Jax Medeka has been one of the district's best receivers. Manville will have to keep the Chargers under 30 points to win this one, but they have the defense to do it.
Warm up your game day with the authentic flavors of ancient cooking. So thin, so crisp, so good. So chill.
Huge win for Channelview last week over Deer Park, which all but sealed the 22-6A district title for the Falcons. They've been led all season by athlete Marcus Neal, and we caught up with him on the recruiting trail.
Hi, my name is Marcus Neal Jr. and I'm an athlete at Channelview High School. I love a fun school, high school, somewhere where coach is involved with the players, he's getting the players involved. Like Coach Huff, we talk a lot. He showed me a practice day, them guys was pumped up at practice, everything was fun. Everything was serious too, but them guys was having fun out there. I love the coaching style, talk to them every other day. Just stay in touch a lot. Yes, I would say God blessed me with a lot of speed, so I've been trying to get more explosive. With me being labeled as a short guy, I'm trying to get more explosive, more physical is that, and more technical wise. Yeah, so we feel like we let some losses go early, but we've been building every week, getting a lot of more chemistry every week. Coaches have been locked in more. We feel like we have a chance this year. We can go deep to the playoffs this year. And Coach Hurt, he really stand on us by being focused and taking it 1 week at a time, staying focused, locked in, and going out there and running our schemes and just executing, really. I want to be a good guy in community, most likely, and I want to be guys. Channelview football, I don't know. Marcus Neal and his teammates, they went deep in the playoffs. They won games in Channelview because people look at Channelview, they say we can't win games. They overlook us. I want to feel like this class, 2023, we got some special talent around me. I couldn't do this by myself. I feel like we can really win a lot of games this year. We go deep to the playoffs.
Look for our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but unfortunately we can't be at them all. Let's take a look at some games you need to watch for in the hype. In 8-5A Division I, LaPorte is on the verge of missing out on the postseason after a great start. The Bulldogs were 4-1, but have now lost 3 of their last 4 district games. And if they can't beat Crosby Friday night, that could be a wrap on the playoffs. Athlete Jalen Fisher has led the way for LaPorte, but they've had trouble stopping their opponents of late. And that's not a good problem when you're facing a quarterback like Tyron Miles of Crosby. The Cougars have been inconsistent this season, but have won 2 in a row, and if they can win out, the Cougars could be back in the postseason. 5 teams are tied at 3-2 in District 16 6A, so the last 2 games of the regular season are ultra important. One of those 5 teams, Langham Creek, takes on 4-1 Cy Ranch on Friday in a huge game. The Lobos are led by Oklahoma-bound wide receiver Jaquez Petaway. The speedster is a matchup nightmare for opponents, and Langham Creek tries several different ways to get the ball in his hands. Cy Ranch bounced back from a loss to Bridgeland with a huge 44-0 win over Cy Lakes. Blake Baker has found his groove behind center and looks to Jared Sample more often than not. The Mustangs clinch a playoff spot with a win over Langham Creek, so expect them to pull out all the stops. Last week, our defensive title belt headed over to Channelview as they stunned Deer Park on the road. Let's take a look at how they did. Plus, we catch up with a former title belt winner in the Buzz. Channelview got some huge interceptions in the first half against Deer Park to keep the Deer shut out at the half. In the second half, the Falcons came up with a huge special teams play that turned the momentum their way, and they went on to a 20-14 win. Their turnovers and special teams touchdown helped them earn last week's title belt. Meanwhile, at Shadow Creek, the Sharks' defensive title belt arrived, and they couldn't wait to post pictures celebrating their accomplishment. Shadow Creek earned that belt with their huge performance against Pearland in Week 5. That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you warmed up for all the action.